Live, getting results. This is News 6 at 7.
104 yeas, 9 nays, Madam Speaker.
Show the bill passes.
Cheers from Tallahassee to Central Florida. Our push driving change to texting and driving laws just passed the State House of Representatives. How you can help get results and make this law.
Plus, dramatic new video shows the moments before police open fire on a man with a rifle demanding drugs and money and threatening people inside a Walgreens. Good evening. This is News 6 at 7. Getting results. I'm Lisa Bell.
I'm Ginger Gadsden. Thank you for joining us. Also, these two former daycare workers are accused of molesting kids. Tonight, News 6 reveals who has been paying big bucks in legal fees trying to keep them out of prison.
Tommy figured that if this case goes well for you, it helps their case in the end.
Why our investigation is raising questions about the justice system, that's coming up a little later.
But tonight we begin with our other top story, a huge victory in our push to drive change to the state's texting and driving laws. We were watching just after 4 this afternoon when the full state house overwhelmingly voted to make distracted driving a primary offense. That means police can pull you over for texting behind the wheel. Our push to add teeth to that law started about 3 years ago when Matt Austin was rear-ended by a driver who admits to texting behind the wheel. And Matt has made repeated trips to Tallahassee pressing to get results. And he was there as the House vote happened. As he tells us, we are now just a few steps away from a life-saving change.
Now, we are dealing with two very different bills here in Tallahassee. The House bill says you cannot type letters or numbers into your phone while you're driving, but you're still allowed to swipe. You could even watch Netflix while you were driving, as long as you're not typing. The Senate bill, however, turns Florida into a completely hands-free state. Now, will the two chambers be able to compromise? We don't know just yet. We do know the House passed, and it was not without conflict. It was a day of intense emotion.
In 2011, I lost my sister to a distracted driver.
And frank discussions.
These are issues that in the current climate of our national discourse, people are afraid to get into these debates.
Texting and driving companion bills up for debate in each chamber. This morning, the Senate version faced no questions and no amendments and is ready for a full vote tomorrow. Over in the House, however, the issue of racial profiling by law enforcement took center stage.
Yes, there are bad actors, but we must keep in mind that less than 0.5% of police officers misfit that uniform.
This is bad for my community because the intention is good, but in application, we're going to look back, and I want you to remember these words. We're going to look back, and we're going to say, boy, were we wrong.
Many members of the House weighed in on the debate.
I'm up on the bill 100%. I am. But I have got to bring the concerns forward for people that look like me. I'd be derelict if I did not do that.
Racism is still alive. We know that. But this law is based on saving lives from people texting and driving. If you don't see that, you're blind.
But in the end, a majority of the members sided with safety and pushing for a stronger law that's far from perfect.
This bill is about one thing and one thing only. It's about saving lives to ensure that others don't have to lose loved ones.
Well, the consensus here in Tallahassee is that meaningful texting and driving legislation needs to happen, and it needs to happen this session. The question is, what will that look like? Nobody in the Capitol building right now can tell me because really, they do not know. But we'll be here covering it in Tallahassee. I'm Matt Austin, News 6, getting results.
And you can keep up with our push to drive change at a special section of our website. You can read more about the differences between the House and Senate bills, and there's a way to contact your lawmakers and make your voice heard. Just head to clickorlando.com/drivingchange.
Developing tonight at 7, we're taking a closer look at an officer-involved shooting. Newly released video from inside a Walgreens shows the potential danger. A man armed with a rifle threatening customers. Now, officers arrived around 1 this afternoon, just minutes after they saw the man walked into the pharmacy on West International Speedway Boulevard, demanding drugs and money. Police say the suspect is 41-year-old Luis Curler. We first see him on surveillance walking up with something by his side. At this point, he doesn't look suspicious until he climbs over the counter there. That's when employees first saw the rifle sticking out from his clothing. They ran off. Minutes later, police say you can see Curler crouched down behind the counter, injecting himself twice with narcotics, with the gun on his lap. Around that same time, Daytona police confront Curler and open fire. Now, police say Curler was shot once, but he is expected to be okay. The deputy chief says this story shows the extent of the opioid epidemic here and across the country.
New at 7 tonight, the Brevard County Courthouse is defending a judge, saying he is not to blame for the mistaken release of a federal inmate from the county jail. Cedric Gant turned himself into the U.S. Marshal's office yesterday after spending Easter weekend a free man, despite openly telling the court he had about 23 years left in a federal prison sentence. He was sentenced for an armed carjacking back in February, but was moved from the Lake County Jail to Brevard County to face unrelated charges. The judge sentenced Gant to time served, and in the court appearance, that judge makes it clear he is only talking about those minor charges. It is still not clear why Gant was released.
A shakeup in the city of Orlando means you should soon see more officers on the streets patrolling during what they say is peak times for crime. Now, News 6 reporter Jerry Askin is at OPD headquarters to tell us how it could get crime results.
The chief today saying at a press conference these new patrols are part of a restructuring process to better address crime during peak hours. This all happening as we're finding out more about a new real-time crime center on the way to monitor cameras in the city like this one. Orlando police have now added about 60 or so patrol officers working to keep the city safe. It now brings the number of patrol officers from 414 to 474.
Everybody want to live safely.
At a press conference today, Chief Orlando Rolón said it's all happening as a restructuring process to put more patrols on city streets. The new cops you will see out now, many of them previously worked in-house and in different departments.
We did it all without having to basically add new officers to our staff. We did it all without eliminating our specialized units.
The chief said the restructuring all comes after looking at 2018 calls for service and finding better hours for cops to work during peak crime hours. The shifts are now 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. They're also working to build a fully staffed real-time crime center to try and better catch suspects.
The personnel working in the real-time crime center will be able to look at the cameras, go into our data, and basically say, hey, you should look for a green car that just left, and this is the tag number.
In Orlando, Jerry Askin, getting results, News 6.
OPD is still short about 94 officers, the chief tells News 6. That's partly due to the new statewide mandate adding more officers in schools.
Preparing for the future of manned spaceflight means spending hours in the water this week. News 6 was there as Air Force divers with the 45th Space Wing simulated how they would rescue the crew of a Boeing Starliner spacecraft. Today they were in the Port Canaveral Channel. Tomorrow they will train in the ocean so they can assure the astronauts they can be rescued within 15 minutes.
It's very significant, very important that the crew knows that there's a rescue capability and a force that's been trained and prepared.
The Starliner is new, but this kind of training goes back to the early days of spaceflight. Rescuers will be on alert for each launch stationed at Patrick Air Force Base. If an unmanned flight in August goes well, Boeing and ULA plan to launch the Starliner with astronauts as soon as November. SpaceX was on track to launch astronauts from Kennedy Space Center for the first time since the shuttles retired. But after this weekend's unexplained anomaly that produced smoke seen for miles, those plans are expected to be delayed. We are following the work being done with the Starliner and the crew dragging closely. You can read about the competing programs at clickorlando.com/space.
An alert is out tonight about a danger to dogs at a popular dog park. Winter Park city leaders say a coyote was first spotted Thursday night at Lake Baldwin Dog Park. One woman told us she spotted it on Sunday morning while walking around the lake with her dogs, Brody and Benji.
And this guy came up to me and was like, hey, hold your dogs tight because there's a coyote over there in the bushes. And then I looked up and he was laying there. I actually turned around and went the other way because I was like, I'm not even going to test that.
No attacks have been reported so far. The city has put up warning signs to alert pet owners. All right, this is it. Our Orlando Magic have to pull off some magic tonight on the hardwood, or they will be eliminated from the playoffs by the Toronto Raptors. After winning Game 1 in Canada, Orlando has lost 3 games in a row to Toronto, including on Easter Sunday at Amway. The series is back in Toronto tonight. The game is expected to get underway pretty soon. Sports director Jamie Say will have highlights at 11. So keep your fingers crossed.
Let's hope they are highlights and not lowlights.
For one team, there will be, yeah.
It's a new honor remembering innocent victims of injustice.
In minutes, how Lake County just voted to posthumously honor the Groveland Four and how their loved ones could play a role.
But first, a News 6 investigation raising questions about the justice system. 2 former daycare workers are accused of molesting children. Investigator Mike DeForest reveals who has been paying big money to help keep them out of prison. That's next.
During the break, we are streaming live on Facebook. Find me at facebook.com/Ginger Gadsden News 6.
We're getting results in Bithlo, New Smyrna Beach, and all of Central Florida here on News 6 at 7 and our free News 6 app.
This view is provided by the Orlando Health Camera. Live with Lisa Bell. Ginger Gadsden. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. And special reports from the investigators. This is News 6 at 7. Getting results.
Well, these 2 former daycare employees have been accused of sex crimes against children. Both worked for Bright Horizons, one of the country's largest child care providers.
Tonight, we have discovered that Bright Horizons has spent thousands of dollars trying to keep the accused molesters out of prison. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest has been digging through court records to uncover this story. Here's what he found out.
One of the lawyers paid by Bright Horizons tells News 6 that most large companies have insurance policies to provide employees with criminal defense attorneys. But prosecutors have raised concerns about this financial arrangement. Orlando police arrested daycare employee J. Rico Hamilton last year for allegedly molesting a young boy at Bright Horizons in Baldwin Park.
Do you want a public defender? Do you plan to represent yourself or hire your own attorney, Mr. Hamilton?
Hamilton soon learned he'd have 2 attorneys and Bright Horizons would be paying them.
If nothing else, I don't want no damn public defender, not for no case like this.
In a recorded phone call from jail, Hamilton giggles while telling a friend that Bright Horizons would be funding his child molestation defense.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, I was excited when she came yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness.
At the time, the alleged victim's family was suing Bright Horizons.
They finally figured that if this case goes well for you, it helps their case in the end.
Yeah.
Hamilton would be represented by West Palm Beach attorney Nellie King, along with Thomas Pavlinik, a lawyer based in Maryland whose website says he specializes in sex crimes defense. As News 6 discovered, this was not the first time Pavlinik and King had been paid by Bright Horizons to defend an employee accused of child molestation.
We addressed these charges yesterday.
In 2013, Olakunle Amomowo was arrested for sex crimes that allegedly occurred at a Bright Horizons facility in Broward County. News 6 has obtained a copy of the payment agreement between Bright Horizons and the lawyers. In the event that the case cannot be resolved and the case goes to trial, the 2 attorneys would be paid a fee of $6,000 per day. Bright Horizons shall have the right to terminate this payment agreement in the event that Mr. Amomowo makes a confession. In response, prosecutors filed this notice of potential conflict, arguing that the potential financial benefit to the attorneys to proceed to trial could be seen as a disincentive to plea. Also, if the defendant had accepted the state's plea offer, Bright Horizons no longer would have paid for his defense.
I'll do it now.
The assistant state attorney prosecuting Hamilton filed similar court papers, hoping to prevent him from later claiming his lawyers were ineffective. Yet, despite those concerns, Hamilton eventually agreed to enter guilty pleas to less serious charges, sparing him from prison. In Broward County, prosecutors dropped all charges against Amomowo, but they could be refiled in the future. Their attorney, Nellie King, tells News 6 everyone accused of a crime is entitled to competent legal representation. Most large employers carry insurance for unforeseen events, including those that may require legal representation for employees. After Jericho Hamilton was arrested last year, Bright Horizons said the well-being of the children in their care was their primary concern. Recently, I submitted 24 questions to Bright Horizons about the attorney payment agreements. A spokesperson said the company could not respond to any of them because a judge in the civil case had cautioned the parties against engaging with the media. Mike DeForest, News 6.
And just days ago, Bright Horizons requested a gag order. If the judge approves it, the parties would not be allowed to discuss the lawsuits. Bright Horizons says the gag order is needed to ensure a fair trial.
A new tribute to remember the victims of racial injustice is coming to Lake County. County commissioners agreed today to fund a memorial to the Groveland Four outside Lake County's historic courthouse. And that's where they were falsely accused and convicted of raping a 17-year-old white woman 70 years ago. Construction could cost up to $20,000. Lake County Chairwoman Leslie Champion says that it's a small price to do the right thing.
We felt it was appropriate to use that as a chance to tell the story and honor the people that were the victims of this situation, and also, make a firm statement that this is a thing of the past. This is not Lake County today.
The Groveland Four were Walter Urban, Samuel Shepard, Charles Greenlee, and Ernest Thomas. They were posthumously exonerated in 2017. Now, they hope their families are there when the monument is dedicated.
Well, the hit show Survivor is going to be having a casting call again right here in Central Florida. The event is this Sunday at Victory Casino Cruises near Jetty Park from 10 until 2, but you will not be alone. You'll be able to meet and greet, get advice from 7 former castaways at the casting call. But before you can outplay, outwin, and outlast, you have some forms to fill out. You'll find them on the homepage of clickorlando.com. Miracle Kino's filling in for Tom tonight. There could be some rain maybe interfering with that casting call on Sunday.
There definitely could be a few passing showers, but it looks like it's going to shape up Friday. Maybe kind of.
Yeah, but if they can't deal with a little rain, how are they going to deal with Survivor?
That, and I think you have to really like rice when I watched it. So as we take a look, we did get up to about 85 degrees. That's about a degree above the average for this time of year. So it was warm out there, but with humidity at comfortable levels. It wasn't too bad unless you were out there for an extended period of time in the direct sunshine. Then it could get a little hot out there. But I can tell you the view from our Daytona Beach Bogan Munz & Munz camera is really nice. See, the sun is setting now, but there's still a few people out there enjoy the beach, taking a little stroll. Temperatures right around 75 degrees. And we have had that east wind at about 8 miles per hour, keeping the coastline a little bit cooler than the rest of Central Florida. So 74 right now in Cocoa Beach, to 76 in Melbourne, 73 in Palm Coast, and you go inland, we're at 79 right now here in the city. Beautiful, 80 in Kissimmee, 82 in the Villages, to 83 in Ocala. Now, the radar has been quiet, and it looks like we're going to get at least another day or so before the showers and thunderstorms do return. So you can see the water vapor imagery, all the white and the blue here making its way east coming from Texas. Basically, that's the moisture associated with the next front. So we will start to see maybe a few clouds streaming high in the sky, but that's about it. The clouds and rain forecast shows those clouds early tomorrow morning through the afternoon, and then they kind of fall apart and then they come back again. So they're going to be in and out throughout the day. For the most part, Thursday is going to be the big game changer. That's when we're going to feel that southeast wind pumping in that lower level moisture. It's going to feel sticky outside, and you will have a bit more cloud cover to contend with. However, the rain is not going to return until Thursday night going into Friday. That's when the rain coverage goes up to about 60%. So that's the day that you really need to pack the rain gear. Now let's have a look here at the evening forecast for Orlando. You'll see temperatures drop to about 68 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. Your overnight low officially here in Orlando is going to be 59 degrees under mainly clear skies. Light and variable wind at about 4 to 8 miles per hour. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast is brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
Plenty of sunshine and dry weather to go around. 88 is going to be your daytime high. Now let's get some results and show your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast. And we'll be at 88 again on Thursday. By Friday, 60% chance for rain with 84 as your high. But check this out. Just in time for the weekend, 20 and 10%. So not a washout of a weekend. But you're going to definitely maybe just carry the umbrella, I'd say.
Okay.
You never know.
Warned us.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, it's kind of hit and miss. So not everybody get the rain, but those that do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Thank you, Samara. Well, deputies, firefighters, and animal control teamed up to get results and make a rescue. How they left at least one duckling with a smile.
Today on the Morning News, we told you about the major mistakes many are still making when it comes to picking passwords for online accounts.
And coming up tomorrow, a new reason to wear jeans. The message your denim could send to the world when it comes to supporting the victims of abuse.
You got to watch before you go. We'll see you in the morning starting at 5.
Everything you need.
Firefighters, police, and animal control teamed up to get results and save some ducklings in DeLand. Somehow these little ones fell through a drainage grate outside DeLand Middle School. One of them even appeared to smile for the cameras after being brought out.
I'm sure it's relieved and happy.
Oh, we didn't see the picture of the mama duck, no doubt. She was happy.
I want to see the duck teeth. A more unusual animal encounter in Orange County. An Orange County deputy was called in to corral a couple of small goats. Are they smiling, Ginger?
That's bad.
Oh, that's bad. They were spotted roaming the streets of Sector 4, which handles South Orange County. Their Facebook post says Deputy Cole picked them up and took them to safety while looking for the owners. They are awfully adorable, but you got to watch goats. They can get out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be back tonight at 11 watching the forecast.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tonight at 11.
Bye.